أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The Language of Birds. By the barakah of our Shaykh Qaddasallahu Sirra. Let's return to verse 41 of Surah an-Nur. ألم تر أن الله يسبح له من في السماوات والأرض والطير صافات كل قد علم صلاته وتسبيحه والله عليم بما يفعلون. Have you not seen that God is glorified by all those in the heavens and the earth, as well as by the birds spreading their wings? Each, certainly, has learned its way of worshiping Him and glorifying Him. God knows perfectly what they do. Observe the flight of birds. Wouldn't you say they are performing a permanent tawaf, tracing majestic circles around the earth throughout the seasons? Certainly, their trajectory does not necessarily lead them to Mecca, but each being possesses its own qibla, direction of prayer. Perhaps it is at the South Pole, the North Pole. Their majestic flight draws their tasbih, their glorification, their harmonious swimming in the celestial ocean. Why did Allah, exalted be His Majesty, choose the example of birds in this verse? He chose this example because they embody nobility and spiritual elevation. Unlike reptiles or land creatures, the bird, inhabitant of the sky, does not attach itself to earthly goods. It does not hoard food, nor worry about the morrow. When hungry, it descends to earth to feed itself, then takes flight again with lightness. Its spirit is not burdened by material contingencies. That is what true trust in Allah, tawakkul, is. If the disciple managed to surrender to the divine will with the same faith as the bird, he would be endowed with wings. Freed from need, he would see his needs provided for by divine grace, because Allah, exalted be His Majesty, has inscribed His sustenance in the immensity of the sky. Notice also that birds, when they perform their tawaf, always do so in groups, united in a single spirit. The servant who aspires to taste the divine light, to elevate himself spiritually, must be inspired by this example and seek the company of his brothers and sisters on the path. United by the remembrance of Allah, dhikr, they then contemplate the tasbih, glorification, of the stars and mountains, celebrating the glory of their Lord. The bird, living in a perpetual back and forth between sky and earth, embodies the barzakh, intermediate realm, the border between the two worlds. Each bird, absorbed in its own tasbih, is not distracted by the flight of its fellow creatures. Each follows its unique spiritual journey, which will lead it to the realization of La ilaha illallah, there is no God but Allah, and Allah, in His infinite knowledge, embraces every wingbat and every silent prayer.